This just in, anonymous sources have verified that the Manor farm has been taken over by the animals that live and work there. The owner of the Manor farm, Farmer Jones, and his wife were chased off by these animals and sent packing down the road. Afterwards, the pigs assumed power and wrote 7 commandments to guide daily life. These commandments include forbidding the usage of clothes, describing anything with 2 legs as bad, and stating that all animals are equal. The animals have also begun to sing a theme song, which appears to describe the world as if the animals ruled the lands of England, although the significance of England is unknown. Due to the death of Farmer Jones's prize pig, Old Major, it is unclear who will run the farm in the absence of humans. This is still a developing story, and we will update you as the events progress. Breaking news from the Manor farm. The animals have painted over the Manor farm sign and titled the property Animal Farm. Soon after, Mr. Jones and a few comrades of his attempted to win the farm back from the animals. At first, they were able to advance. However, the pigs and horses soon stopped the men in their tracks, and they quickly retreated within 5 minutes of their invasion. The animals began to celebrate until Boxer noticed that the man he had shoved down with his iron shoe had fallen dead. The animals then went to look for a missing comrade. Soon after, they celebrated at a newly raised flagstaff, including a flag with a hoof and horn for animalism. The gun was fired, and the animals sang their theme song many times as a celebration, as for their victory over their old rulers. More on this story as events progress. Newest reports from the newly named Animal Farm confirm that the pigs have named a new leader. It stemmed from one of the pigs' idea to create a windmill that would power many different types of machinery, and to help them harvest, feed themselves, and shorten the work week to 3 days. This pig, who was named Snowball, was one of the competitors for total leadership of Animal Farm. Another pig, Napoleon, claimed that building a windmill would take the animals' focus off the harvest, and they would all starve themselves to death. The verdict of whether or not to begin the construction of a windmill was to be held today, but there was a terrible accident preceding. During a last-minute debate between Snowball and Napoleon, Snowball unleashed a very powerful speech in favor of the windmill, and appeared to completely attain most, if not all of, the animals' support to build the windmill. However, at the last second, Napoleon let out a terrible noise, instructing large dogs to maul Snowball, in which case Snowball ran away. He has been chased out of the animal farm, and Napoleon has assumed power. Our investigators are working out hard to find out every detail about this developing story. Our investigators at the animal farm have recently inquired that Napoleon, who once strongly opposed the construction of the windmill, has just ordered the animals to begin building that of which he was thought to have first been against, building of the windmill. Napoleon claimed that he had been in favor of the windmill all along, and the reason he was against it was so that he could get rid of Snowball, since he was a bad influence. Napoleon also claims that it was his idea from the beginning, and the blueprints for the windmill were stolen from Napoleon. The details of said windmill are not yet confirmed, but we do know that Boxer, a strong cart horse on the animal farm, is working very hard alongside his comrades to begin the construction of the windmill and please his leader, Napoleon. Boxer has also adopted 2 mottos: Napoleon is always right, and I will work harder. To live his life simply and in his leader's favor. More news to come from the Animal Farm. We have very important news from the Animal Farm. In our last update on this story, we described the beginning of the construction of a windmill in the Animal Farm. However, our sources tell us that the massive storm that recently whipped through our area has knocked down the first parts of the windmill and has broken apart the windmill into ruins. At first, the animals are speechless to see the hard work they have poured into this project scattered across the ground due to an outside force. Napoleon as well could not believe his eyes at first as he paced back and forth near the side of the windmill. Napoleon, however, after pondering for some time, declared that Snowball, who was recently expelled from the farm, was the one to blame for the destruction of the windmill. A plentiful bounty will be awarded to the animal who captures Snowball dead or alive. Finally, he declared that another windmill will be built to show their dedication towards this building. This put a sense of revenge in the animals against Snowball, as they badly need extra nourishment. We shall update you as necessary. We have received our most enticing news report yet from this Animal Farm story that has become more and more complex. Our sources from the Animal Farm tell us that multiple casualties have occurred due to several different reasons. First, an execution session was held about a week ago, which resulted in the loss of 3 hens, a goose, and a sheep, among others. The reasons for these executions is still unknown. Second, a short battle happened more recently between men from neighboring farms and the animals. The men pushed forward with gunshots and forceful advancement, but Boxer, Jesse, and Bluebell helped push the men back towards their respective farms. The most significant of the men's achievements, however, was their destruction of the windmill yet again. This time, the windmill's remnants are nowhere to be found, scattered across areas unknown. Most of the animals are badly wounded, and some are even dead from the ferocity of this battle. Additionally, Napoleon decided to trade Mr. Frederick a load of timber for a sufficient amount of money, but the shrewd farmer paid the animal farm in fake blank slips, allowing Mr. Frederick to gain the pile of wood for nothing. Finally, the animals have inherited a new theme song for them to sing, which replaces their old theme song mentioned in a previous report. Their new song exclaims their love and dedication for their new leader, Comrade Napoleon. More news will be displayed as we receive them.